This is the Barbados Today morning news for Tuesday, September 24. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Our top story this morning, show us the evidence. That's the demand from the President of the Barbados Union of Teachers, Sean Spencer, in response to a statement from Education Minister Santia Bradshaw that environmental problems at Lester Vaughan School, Sharon Primary School and the Maria Holder Nursery, all in close proximity, are different and completely unrelated. He challenged the ministry to provide empirical evidence of Ms. Bradshaw's claims and demanded that they disclose the key information on the problems as Sharon Primary School entered the third week of the new school year without classes. Kareem Smith has more in this report.
Spencer remained concerned that a filtration system, which was promised by a nearby business to remove harmful pollutants being spewed into the atmosphere, had not been installed. Over the weekend, the Education Minister dispelled assertions leveled by the union president last week that Lester Vaughan's problems were internal environmental challenges associated with the physical plant. However, Spencer on Monday said preliminary reports on Sharon and the previous reports on Lester Vaughan pointed to very common symptoms and common illnesses and ailments, and in the absence of evidence to the contrary, dismissed Bradshaw's comments as a subjective view which the union would not want to hold. On Friday, parents of students enrolled for the new year at Sharon Primary School held a small protest outside the nearby Jackson Church of God, demanding more answers from government about the nature of the environmental problems which left numerous students and teachers extremely ill last term. For taking matters into their own hands and playing an active role in their children's lives, Spencer lauded the parents. Efforts to reach the Education Minister for comment were unsuccessful. Kareem Smith for Barbados Today.
Minister of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, Kirk Humphrey, is praising Barbadians for sticking to the ban on sea eggs. Humphrey told Barbados Today that the increased numbers to the north of the island, which allowed for the temporary harvesting of the local delicacy, shows that sea egg poaching is on the decline. However, he noted that while Barbadians appear committed to the preservation of the endangered sea egg population, there is much more to consider than the threat of harvesting out of season. He identified the quality of the near-shore water as one issue which his ministry is working to address. The Barbados Tourism and Marketing Inc. says the collapse of the UK tour company Thomas Cook is a major blow to the tourism industry. The company folded in the early hours of Monday following unsuccessful efforts to save it. We get more in this report from Marlon Madden.
It is estimated that about 60% of Thomas Cook's winter business to the island would have been booked in advance. The BTMI said its first priority is to work with the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, BHTA, to facilitate solutions for the visitors currently on island who booked Thomas Cook packages. Thomas Cook UK currently operates 3 flights to Barbados from Manchester in the winter, as well as a direct flight from the London Gatwick Airport, providing a total of approximately 24,000 seats to the destination each year. Condor, a subsidiary of the Thomas Cook Group, provides 12,600 seats through its summer and winter business to Barbados from Frankfurt. Minister of Tourism Kerry Simmons, who is currently in the UK for the BTMI's Taste of Barbados roadshow, is meeting with other airline partners who currently service Thomas Cook's routes. Tourism officials have also commenced discussions with cruise and airline partners who can fill the void that will be created from the Thomas Cook collapse. Marlon Madden reporting for Barbados Today.
A new survey has found that 37% of Barbadians believe corruption has increased in the last 12 months. At the same time, the Global Corruption Barometer's 2019 says 22% of respondents believed corruption decreased in Barbados, while 27% think it stayed the same. 14% said they didn't know. The research was carried out between January and March this year. It said citizens believe corruption is on the increase in the Caribbean and Latin America, and they identified bribery, vote buying, and sexual extortion as major issues. According to the report, Barbados and Guyana are the only two countries where the majority of citizens have trust in government, courts, and the police. The country with the highest perception of increased corruption was Venezuela with 87%. This was followed by the Dominican Republic at 66%, Peru 65%, and Trinidad and Tobago at 62%.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. Trinidad and Tobago's Health Minister, Terence Dale Singh, has been visiting some of the areas in his constituency that were affected by flooding on the weekend. Tropical Storm Karen left several areas underwater on Sunday. One family's home was completely flooded out.
Well, we have lost this inside. Beds, fridge, deep freeze, stove, everything. We have no way to sleep.
On the international scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his rival Benny Gantz have launched negotiations over a proposed Israeli unity government. And a key politician said the focus was on who would lead it first under a rotation deal. After failing to secure a clear victory in the second election in 6 months, Netanyahu seems to reckon that he can only stay in power by sharing it. Going solo, neither he nor the ex-General Gantz have enough support from respective allies for a majority in the 120-member parliament. That's news this morning, but for the very latest, you can visit our website www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good morning.